Hello everyone, today I'm looking at Quake II. So I was very confused as to the whole kind of shift from Quake 1 to 2 and 3. And I kind of realized, unlike Doom 1 and 2 and 3, which are mostly all pretty much consistent except for 3, is that developers just seem to do whatever the hell they want. And in that aspect, Doom, or Quake 1 rather, which had this whole kind of medieval, occult, kind of Lovecraftian vibe to it. This game opens up and you're a bunch of space marines that are like airdropping into this alien planet to like fight this cyborg race of mutant aliens. And I thought, what does this have to do with the first game? Like, even in terms of like style and aesthetic, it is completely like different. It's not even remotely similar. So that's why I was super confused. It feels like two different franchises, frankly. Anyway, the guns still work pretty much the same as in the last game. Again, you have a two-tiered system, where one for your normal fire and one for, that uses more ammo for extra damage. Again, Quake is still super fast, a little bit faster than Doom, and tends to just, have a more competitive edge. And I think this is where the multiplayer of Quake started out, or rather, I mean, there was in the original Quake, but I think it was pretty limited. I'm not actually sure what the multiplayer scenario was here, but this game definitely had multiplayer, because by the third game, there was like the main focus of the game itself. And so I played this again recently, just a little bit on Game Pass, because they had a remastered version. And again, I was like, oh wait, maybe I missed something. Maybe I was just kind of really confused as to what the story was in the first game, and playing this game again for the first time will clear it all up. But no, I was just equally as confused as I was in the first game, or as the first time I played the second game, because it just opens up and you're like space marines airdropping in, when the last game you were just some random guy fighting like demons and stuff, and like this weird gothic medieval period. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It just totally like went on its own course. It's almost like, honestly, this game feels more like Doom than it does Quake, besides the gameplay. Just from the setting alone, it just makes more sense. But yeah. And so this is the first time where we have a very distinct campaign, something very similar to what we see in pretty much every first-person shooter out there. You have voice acting. It opens up with, you're getting started from your squad. You have to go through a series of objectives and levels and regrouping and taking out objectives and comm relays and artillery and getting new weapons along the way. But this is the first game that really kind of, I would say, cemented that whole kind of FPS campaign style or design in a game. Again, this game reminds me a lot of, obviously, Half-Life, since this is what Half-Life is based on, this as a mod. And so even the level design and structure, now that I think about it, very much resembles Quake 2. The fact that you're kind of in this environment and you have increasing, arrays of enemies thrown at you and difficulty and whatnot. And this whole kind of pseudo-military aesthetic, along with science fiction, definitely flows with Half-Life. Again, this game still has secrets and different passages in it, as well as your kill count and stuff like that. And again, it's just very strange. You're on this alien planet, I guess, that is ruled by cyborgs, and you have to take out, the big bad. And the way the boss fight, or the way this game ends, it's very smart. They give you a bunch of extra ammo of all the weapons you've accrued up until that point, and you end up fighting this giant boss in this, kind of closed condition, and using everything you can, you kind of just take him out. The sound effects and design of things are a little bit better in this one. I actually recognize that the submachine gun in this game was probably what Deus Ex took for their game as well. But yeah, overall, I guess I'm not super hot on Quake 2. It feels very obviously disconnected from the first game. It feels like, I don't know, a very whatever experience. There's nothing super amazing or passionate about it. I feel like a lot of people don't really even talk about Quake 2 and sleep on it, and frankly, they should, because again, I'm looking at this game trying to find a reason to care, or something that makes it really unique, and I can't really think of anything. Yes, it has this whole new thing where it's like sci-fi, but they don't really bother leaning into that. They're just like, hey, here's just better gameplay. And so overall, I really don't like Quake 2. It doesn't seem very interesting to me, and again, the single player campaign is not very like engaging. Anyway, I don't really have anything else to say about this game, honestly. I've been thinking about it, but it's pretty much a very whatever okay game that people have mostly ignored. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you later, guys.